So looking at this problem, we already do not have a variable isolated. We have to isolate a variable. Okay, so all these three right here, this one, and this one, all of those have a number in front of them. This y right here is the only one that has a non-number in front of it. It has an invisible one. So this equation and this variable specifically is the one that we're going to want to isolate. So in order to do that, we got to move the x away. Numbers, x's don't combine, so we keep them separate. Okay. Now y is almost by itself. We have this invisible one right here, this -1 that we're going to divide every term by so that y is actually by itself. Those ones cancel out. Negative and negative is a positive. Negative, negative is a positive. Any questions on anything there?
Miss, if that y was positive, it'd be a positive one, right?
Yep, and you wouldn't have to divide because it would just already be by itself.
All right.
So now, after we get a variable isolated, if it's not already, we're going to take the thing that it's equal to, and in the untouched equation, we're going to replace the isolated letter with what it's equal to. So in this first equation, we're going to have -3x plus 3 times what we got y equal to, and that's equal to 3. Now this equation just has x's, so we can solve it. We're going to distribute first, always distribute first most of the time for these problems. 3 times 13 is 39. 3 times 5x is 15x, and that equals 3. We've got two x terms, we're going to combine them. -3 plus 15 is 12x. To get x by itself, we got to move the number. It's a positive number, so we're going to subtract it. We got 12x equals -36. And my last step is always to divide. So when I divide, I get x equals -3. Okay, any questions so far? Are we okay? Shoop. All right, so now we got x. What else do we need? We got x. What else do we need, guys?
Y.
Perfect, thank you. So we're going to take x and we're going to plug it in for x into one of the two original equations. I'm going to pick the first one. And we're going to replace x with what it's equal to, because equal things can replace each other. Okay, first equation, I'm plugging -3 in for x. -3 times -3 is a +9. To get what y is, we got to move the number away. It's a positive number, so I'm going to subtract it. And my last step is always to divide. So I divide by 3 on both sides, and I get -2. So my final answer here, I have x and y now. My final answer is going to be x comma y, or -3 comma -2. Okay? So I'm going to try to get this whole thing in the picture for you so you guys can take a look at the entire process and let me know if you have any questions. I think that's as good as I'm going to be able to get for you. Okay? Any questions at all, guys?